All right, so now we're going to go into the jab cross series that I want you to do. He's going to jab and he's going to cross right there. So one more time, jab cross, right there. So when he jabs, I want to go outside entry. That's going to hit outside. This should wipe across the eye. Let me do that again. One, I wipe across the eye. This first elbow is going to hit right here. So I try to pick off that tricep a little bit, just hit the nerve a little bit. It's not that you're going to take your opponent off with a shot, but the way they look at it is every little shot weakens it or deadens it. If you look at the stick video that I did, I talked about defanging the snake. Now, if he were the snake and this were the fangs, I just tried to hurt a fang. Okay? So we're going to go one. That's the first elbow. The second elbow could be to the face or it could be to the bicep right there. This is going to knee. I step. That's going to be the takedown. And this is the lock. Okay? One more time. So he goes one, elbow, elbow, knee it. Now look what I do. I step, turn, and then this is just going to put the lock on right there. Okay, let me slow this down for a little bit. Let's swing sides too. Okay? So we go one, I parry, the salute comes up, I hit the elbow, lower that down, I can hit the face, or if let me do it one more time, or if I go elbow and that arm's still there, they kiss it right there. Then they knee it, I step. See what I do? Important part. When I knee, I step and I bring the head with. If I were to knee and leave the head, it's hard to throw him from here. He's still strong, so I weaken the base. Now watch my left foot. I circle step and I let him come right through this hole. Come on up, switch sides. After the salute, I elbow, elbow, knee, step down, step back. See where it goes? Now look I hold on to the tricep and the lock's right here. This is what they call a gooseneck. Split entry. So one, I'm going to go here. This is going to just punch right here. So one more time. One, I just pop right there. This is going to elbow. So after I go, I'm going to go on his chest. Like 1, 2, right like that. Okay? So after he gets the first shot, second shot elbows. Look at this. Can you see that? Let me turn you a little bit. That elbow kisses right into the face right here. So one more time. 1, 2, 3. Then I just turn it this way. And look, we're back into that first one. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, elbow. I turn it down. See it right here? Bump. Then I just turn it. Okay? And then I could just grab it and go into the lock. One more time. Let me switch you around. Maybe you'll see it better. So I go 1, 2, elbow, elbow, shove it around, and then I go right into the lock. Inside entry I want to give you right now. One. So I'm going to parry and I'm going to hit. Okay, one more time. So I go whoop, right there. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. This is called gunting. Now I showed the gunting with the stick. It means scissor. They have it with the hand. So it goes one. See, it's like a scissoring motion. So one more time. One. See, they hit the bicep. Now, it's funny because there's some people that I've talked to and they go, it doesn't hurt when I hit it. See, little story behind this. Back in the day when like Gentleman Jim Corbett, John L. Sullivan, they used to fight like this. You've probably seen this in books. If you look at history books, they said during the early 1900s, the hands started to come in and they started to go up. And the reason being, a lot of the Filipino martial artists were knife fighters. And they couldn't knife fight with the knife out here like that, so they had it in. So all the skills that they had were here. So when they would box the same way. It came from their knife fighting. So this is the same thing here. When we go one, they hit here. Because if this were the knife, they would just stick it. So let me grab this. You see, if he thrust at me, they would just go like that, and they would just touch right here. Let me switch knives to probably see it better. So if you go here, pat like that, and they would pick it off. Or they would just pick off, I don't want to do it with the metal knife, but they'd pick off the hand. Or if it came in, they'd pick it off here. It's the same deal. So when we go one, see, they hit here, and then they kiss the elbow up to here. So if he goes one, see, they hit the nerve, then they elbow. Now look I wipe the eye. Can you see that? I wipe the eye, go to throat, elbow, knee. Let me show all that again. Goes 1, 2, 3, and the knee. All that's being thrown. So let's count it out. Parry. See the hit, see the elbow, see the eye, the throat, elbow, the knee, and then I'm back to the locking again. You see it? There's other locks that we do. I just picked this one for this video. So now we're back to the inside, right? I elbow, I, right here, knee, push down, step, and then I just go into this lock right here. Okay, so if you look at this, just to give you an idea about the completeness of it, this is something called a sarung. Most of you probably know it. You see like girls in the hula, whatever, do it, but they wear it, right? I'm not gonna get into it real deep, but I just wanna show you it. They'll sit here, and it depends on what tribe they're from, is how they wrap it. Some people will wrap it this way and they put a sword in here. Some people have a forward wrap where they'll wrap it this way because they're more from a kicking style, that way they can open it. Some people wear it long, or some people will wear it over their shoulder like a sash. This is kind of like the crescent wrench of the Philippines. They fight with it, of course. Not a lot of people know that, but they carry stuff with it, they dress with it, they actually use it like unfold it and use it like a sleeping bag. Well, this is a last-ditch weapon for them. And the way this works is, I've already shown you. If I did the outside entry, right? See right here? And then they just choke it out. You see it? So it's got a lot of purposes for it. They'll also wear it out here, single hand, or they'll wear it here like this, double hand. So if he goes one, I could do the same thing. 1, 2, grab, see, I shove it, and now look where I'm at, right there. Okay, so this chokes him out. So I just thought that it would be interesting for you to see that as far as some of the things that the Filipino martial arts incorporate. Okay, so moving on. So we had one, I want to do the reverse split. So watch, I parry, and then it's almost like I just cover, almost like the George Foreman peekaboo. So if he goes one, I just cover up right here. See, this could hit, or I could just grab right here. See, all I do is just turn it over right from there. See, now we're just gonna go right here. Let me do this the proper way. Yeah, that's where I wanted to bring it. All right, so one more time. Swing you this way. So parry, and I just go right like that. This can be the uppercut, and then I could grab. Do you see it? This knee, see how I turn it over? And then right here, let me swing you over this way. Right here for camera, they just go right here. Let me turn you, there's where I want to be. That's it. Okay? So that's the reverse split. So far, we had outside. I gave you 2 for the outside. Then we went split entry. Remember, I kissed the elbow into the face? Then the inside entry with the elbow to the eye. Then the split. Now right here, I just turned it. I lay him down, and that goes right here. But what I want to show you on the split is this. Let me put it on this side now. So when he goes one, and I come here, or I go right here, they pull the elbow and then they're going to step this way. Now there's a lot in here. Let me explain what's going on. If I cover, they hit this up this way. Now look what they do with the bicep. They pull it. They slap in an elbow and then backhand. They just step right in. That's where they're going to go to the boxing if the guy's still standing. Okay? So we go. Parry, cover, uppercut, pull, slap, elbow, step in, 1, 2, 3. If he's still up, they pull this, okay? Or on the way down, let me just do it one time. 1, see right there, if I hit him, miss him, or whatever, when I pull and I slap, right there, now if you look the foot manipulation right here, what I'm doing is, here, step back. Right here, he's got a good base. I'm just gonna step out, all right, good base. If I push him, he could pretty much hold himself up, like just stay stable. Just get in a comfortable stance. All right, now look at this. Obviously, he can bear into me. If I push him aside, it's pretty strong, right? Pulling forward is strong. If I can go 1, 2, and then hit that off, that cross step is gonna just kind of make his whole base pretty weak. So after I go here and I tilt him a little bit, this pull is not too hard to do. All right, so now with that said, we're gonna go 1, 2, to the outside. It's a split entry again, just like I did before. But what this is a double hand throw. Now look at what I do right here. They drop, then they just kick that here, and they go right for the base of the neck. Okay, let me do that again. I'm gonna come on this side so they can see it from here. 1, so after I cover, see this can hit it, or if I go this way, I could go from the outside, see it, and they just roll it over. This is gonna drop, they drop, then they move it over, and they kick the base of the occipital bone right there, okay? It's kind of rough stuff, so be careful with your partner, make sure they're okay. If you're going with somebody who doesn't want to be taken over that way, you're gonna step, just roll them over. A little more gentle. And then you knee, step, and that's the base of the neck.